today. In addition to Shabbat, I feel silly being all the way up here, but it's hard on us to keep moving it up and down and up and down, and we need it up here next week for confirmation when I hope to see you all next week. We've got a wonderful bunch of students who have come up with a really beautiful service, and they're looking forward to sharing it with you. That's next week. But tonight we have a few things to do. Who here has birthdays in May? Anniversaries in May? Yay, that's right. 12. So we're going to be celebrating birthdays and anniversaries in May. And we're also celebrating anyone who is graduating. Who is graduating from kindergarten? Well, they told me, I said, when you come, if you're graduating from kindergarten, I will honor you. Are you graduating from middle school? Going to high school? Are we graduating from, those seventh graders, they're like, oh, whatever. Are you graduating from high school? Chachtam Shalosh, I'm missing one more. And are you graduating from college? All right, we got 1 out of 2. All right, so we're waiting for others. So now that we opened up the door, now the air conditioning doesn't feel so wonderful in here anymore. Hopefully it will as soon as we close the doors again, and we'll get our air back. It's kind of warm again here. Charlie, you're not graduating high school, elementary school, anything yet, right, this year?
4th grade.
Yes. I think that's a good way to look at it, that you're graduating, whatever grade you're finished, it is graduating. I have some interesting news that was posted on Facebook today, is that Tracy Gold got her diploma, her high school diploma today. So that's kind of cool. We're celebrating with Tracy too then. So I feel good about that. So that's going to be part of what we do. We also have a special award to give out tonight. And first, then, kind of changes things a little bit how we do this. Now that I see we have no elementary school graduates and no middle school graduates wanting to come up. I guess, Helene, can we say that you're graduating from school too? She's been in school for almost 40 years, but a different kind of been in school. So because we have a lot of things to do, we will, I really want to do, this is what I really want to do. We're going to do it. We are going to turn to page 65, and I am going to ask, so Taylor, how hard is it for you to get back up and down and up and down? You can do this? You can knock the guys down when you come up with those things? I'm going to ask everyone who is graduating to please come up and help us with the blessings for the candles and the Kiddush. And everyone is going to be turning to page 65, because I think this is the most appropriate service for graduation. Page 65. If you're graduating elementary school or middle school or high school or college or life if you want, page 65. And everyone please rise. Ready, go. Go ahead.
As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
You heard that right here, didn't you? All right, so say a blessing. Go ahead. Amen. And in English, go ahead.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Let there be joy.
Let there be light. Let there be Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And we continue on page 167 and 166. And one of you graduatee type people, please, that wasn't me. Please pick up the glass, the Kiddush cup, and open it up. And lift that. On 167, we'll say the line in Hebrew at the bottom of the page, and then we'll move to 166 and recite the rest in English. Amen. Everybody together. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your day. From Egyptian 166.
Our day of days on
Shabbat especially, hearken to you to you and holy people. We praise you, Lord, for the holiness of Shabbat. Now somebody gets to chug. Chug, chug, chug. It's grape juice. It's okay. All right, so what we forgot to do it this way. Don't do it that way. We forgot to take a deep breath. So take a deep breath first. Let it out slowly. Don't put all out the candles. We had a hard time with those candles. Try it again. Let it out slowly because it is the end of the semester and you deserve to let it out. Let it go. Now, you can go back and join with your family. Everyone gets to sit down if you say Shabbat Shalom to someone you came in with, someone you didn't come in with. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Come on down. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, thanks. And Shabbat Shalom to you. Swoosh, sorry. Shabbat Shalom. I don't know what that was. You may be seated. Yeah, what was that? Anybody see what that was? That pop? I don't know what that was. We are going to continue on page 67. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness and of the impulse within us for justice and mercy, we pray that this hour of worship may be one of vision and inspiration. Help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in search and in need. All who bring to it place the offering of their hearts. May our worship, with acts of kindness, peace, and love. Amen. We've come together to strengthen our bonds with our people Israel. Like Jews of generations past, we celebrate the grandeur of creation. Like Jews of every age, we echo our people's ancient call for justice. Our celebration is a sharing of memory and hope. Get it? Graduation, memory, and hope. We are Jews, but each of us is unique. We stand apart and alone with differing feelings and insights, and yet we're not entirely alone and separate, for we are children of one people and one heritage. Our celebration unites many separate selves. And you see what I did there too? And yet we're not entirely alone and separate as we go off into the world. I'm just saying. And we are one in search of life's meaning. All of us know despair and exaltation. All bear burdens. All have moments of weakness and times of strength. All sing songs of sorrow and love. May our celebration bring us strength along our way. In this circle of hope, in the presence of the sacred, may the heart come to know itself and its best, finding a fresh impulse to love the good. May our celebration lead us to work for the good, and may this Shabbat give strength to us and to our people Israel. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. It's really good. good when we get to worship here together. Many are the generations of Israel, and in every age we have sought the living God through Sabbath rest and worship. This time and place hold the power to increase our joy in the eternal. O God, even as we seek you in the sanctuary, help us to know that your glory fills all space. Make us understand that you are with us at all times if we but open our minds to you. We feel the presence of your Spirit in our homes and on our ways. We see the beauty of your creation in mountain, sea, and sky, and in the human form. We hear you in the silence of our own hearts, speaking the truths the heart knows. May we be your witness to the world, your messenger to all the earth. May we show forth your image within us, the divine spark that makes us human. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala, uvizman kariv, v'imiru, amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevarach, le'alam ul'almei almaya, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpahar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei dekudisha, brichu, leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damihiran be'alma, v'imiru, amen. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach, Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder, our hearts cry out. Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth. A vast universe, who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us? And yet, within us abides a measure of your Spirit. You are remote, but oh, how near. Ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of evening we seek the light of your presence. One and only God, you have made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love. We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malachuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated unless you're in my bet class, and then I need you up here, please. Page 72. Anybody need this? Maybe. I'll pull it out a little more. Gather around the microphone. Everybody, please. And go ahead.
ואהבת
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם emet. Come on, guys, awesome. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your being. I made it up. Set these words, which I command you this day, upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them when you're home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness, a world waiting still to be redeemed, give us, O source of good, the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love. From Egypt, the house of bondage, we were delivered. At Sinai, amid peals of thunder, we bound ourselves to your purpose. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, we survived oppression and exile, time and again overcoming the forces that would have destroyed us. Our failings are many, our faults are great, yet it has been our glory to bear witness to our God and to keep alive in dark ages the vision of a world redeemed. May this vision never fade. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we sing with one accord, as Moses, Miriam, and Israel sang at the shores of the sea. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ela, nora tehilot osef ela. V'ne'emar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will. We praise you, Guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands, the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace. Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam v'rit olam. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 76. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Velohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Vekoneh Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Source of all being, we turn to you as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens, they felt you in their hearts, they sought you in their lives. Please join me. Now their quest is ours. Help us, O God, to celebrate the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring near to realization the great hope inherited from ages past for a world transformed by liberty, justice, and peace. Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good. You are the source of life and blessing. Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children. You are the support of the falling. Help us to lift up the fallen. You are the author of freedom. Help us to free the captive. You are our hope in death as in life. Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust. Your might, O God, is everlasting. Help us to use our strength for good. You are Kadosh, holy. Your name is Kadosh, holy. And those who strive to be Kadoshim, holy, declare your glory day by day. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. We praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomere, Shomere, Shomere Shabbat, Koreh oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomere, Shomere, Shomere Shabbat, Koreh oneg Shabbat. Mekadesh Shvi Shabbat, Kulam Yisbehu V'yitangu mituvecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomere, Shomere, Shomere Shabbat, Koreh oneg Shabbat. V'hashvi'i Ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat, Chemdat Yamim Oto karata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomere, Shomere, Shomere Shabbat, Koreh oneg Shabbat. Zecher L'maaseh v'reshit Shabbat. Zecher L'maaseh v'reshit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, Shomere, Shomere, Shomere Shabbat, Kore Honeg Shabbat. Everybody? Nope. God of Israel, may our worship on this Sabbath bring us near to all that is high and holy. May it bind the generations in bonds of love and sharing, and unite us with our people in common hope and faith. And through Sabbath rest and worship, may we learn to find fulfillment and joy in the vision of peace for all the world. You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and to do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, and pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you and find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Eternal source of good, we give thanks to the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts in the joy of freedom. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. We praise you, O God, the source of peace. We take a moment for some silent prayer, whatever's in your heart. We're at the bottom of page 80. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו So at this time in our service, we have 3 things we need to do. First thing is we're going to count the Omer. So who knows what day we are of the Omer? 35. You're good at this. So how many people have not turned off their brains after finals week or before finals week or after whatever the leap tests were and things? So how many weeks is 35 days? Okay, let's take a vote. There's an app for this, you know. You say 5. Let's take a vote. How many people say 35 days is 5 times 7? How many people say that? You would be right. I have the answer written on my paper. Trust me on this. Homer says that it's 5 weeks. It's one of those things. Aren't you glad it's Shabbat and you're not obligated to do math tests tonight? Just saying. That's why we're obligated to. The commandment is to count 7 times 7 weeks and 49 days, and we're in the middle of that. We're at 35 days, which is 5 weeks. So we're going to say the blessing starts off being a lot like the one for the candles, where we say the first 6 words that start off most blessings, the next 4 words which have to do with fulfilling a commandment, and it's going to end with Al Sfirat HaOmer, which means God commanded us Al Sfirat HaOmer, about the counting of the Omer. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al Sfirat HaOmer. Hayom 35 yom shehem 5 shavuot la'omer. Today is 35 days, which are 5 weeks for the Omer. Another mitzvah done. You are awesome. Then our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill or recuperating as we turn to the inside back cover of our prayer books. If you have names that you would like us to be praying for, I invite you to please call them out. For all these names, for the names we choose to say in our hearts and not say out loud, we pray together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch Ata Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. So I have to take a little pause here because there are people here who are graduating high school this year and going off to college, who just a few short years ago were in the confirmation class standing here. And they taught me a very important lesson about this prayer. They said, "Oh, Rabbi, can we help you point?" And we realized, do you remember this? And they said, and then we realized that when I say the blessing at the end, I point like this. And when I say, "Please give me your names," I say like this. And they got up there and they said, we want to do it with you. And everybody was together doing this. So felt like, backup singers here. We were all doing this. And now I can't get up here without thinking of them. So I hope, and we'll say this a lot of times throughout the night because it is our sincerest desire that as you go off into your lives in whatever direction you go, that you remember that this place is your home and that the memories that you have here bring you smiles. I hope they bring you smiles, but I can tell you that there's not one person who is graduating or moving up or anything that I don't have memories of, and almost everything that we do here. So even as we hope we are part of your lives, I want you to know how important you are to our lives. And that's one of them. I will never do this without thinking of this class. We continue then with a blessing for those who are serving. We say, Mishaberach avotenu ve'imotenu, may the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we've entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. May they return home safely. And let us say, Amen. All right, that was those three things. So I have a really quick thing that I want to say. It's not exactly a sermon, but you know what else is today? It's May the 4th, and you know what that means? May the force be with you. So I was at the Red Mass this morning blessing the officers of the court. There's a church filled with judges and lawyers and police officers and lots of clergy dressed up in their regalia. And usually I get to give a blessing at the end. And they didn't this year. We went a little bit over, so they cut off all of the non-Catholic clergy from saying a blessing at the end. I did my Old Testament reading in Hebrew, and everybody cried. It was wonderful. But I really wanted to say, may the force be with you. I mean, what a beautiful blessing that is. And as we set off into our Shabbat and then into the rest of the week, I hope that the force is with you. And it could be that kind of force, but it could also just be the force. Last week we read, y'all shall be holy because I am holy. I think that that's part of the force. I think that that's one of the coolest things, is that, as you're in school, and you see those cool kids, and you're saying, oh man, I can never be cool like that. The truth is, you are the cool kids, and you can be cool like that. God says, be cool, because I'm cool. Not like nobody can ever be like this, because it's something that you can't attain. God says, y'all be holy, because I'm holy, and tells us we can do this. Going to school, leaving where you are, is not about being cool. It's a little bit about being holy. It's a little bit about how you treat each other in the world. It's about how you take each day and you grasp it and you try to make the most of it. You talk to your teachers and you try to learn what you can. You talk to their fellow students and you try to change the world and make it a better place. And we're counting on you for that. So may the force be with you. Perfect day for us to be doing this today. So having said that, I would really like to invite our graduates up, and I guess we could do it kind of sort of in alphabetical order. So Savannah and Taylor, last name's Bat. Come on up and tell us where you graduated from, which is going to be important when you get to the desserts, because the schools that you graduated from have specific colors, and the desserts are designed to represent your school colors of where you graduated from. So tell us who you are, how you're connected to this place, and where you think you're going. Go ahead, who you are. Who you are, how you're connected. Who are you?
I'm Savannah.
And who are your parents and grandparents who are connected to this place?
Deb and Joe Bat, Helen and Joe Bat.
Nice. And where did you graduate from high school? Where are you graduating now?
I went to Magnet.
Yeah, went to, huh? She went to Magnet. And where are you going to?
University of Colorado Boulder.
What? Do you know what you might be studying?
Physiology.
How cool. Well, it looks like you could use she could use some help.
Yeah.
Tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Taylor Bat.
How are you connected?
My parents are Deb and Joe Bat, and my grandparents are Helen and Joe Bat.
Nice.
I'm also going to University of Colorado Boulder.
Nice.
I graduated from Loyola College Prep, and I'm studying international relations.
What? Relations, you said, right? Mm-hmm. Nice. All right, if you want, do you want to stay up here so that you don't have to walk up and down and up and down?
Sure.
Go ahead, because we're going to need you again soon. All right, next I've got Caroline. You want to take a seat? There's a seat. You can pull it over there. Caroline, come on up. Yep. I'll move another one here. We have chairs hiding all over the place.
I'm Caroline Avinsky.
My parents are Lori and Larry Ivinsky. My grandmother is Gloria Rosen. I went to Loyola College Prep. I'm going to Centenary College, and I'm going to study business.
Yay! All right, you could grab a seat. And then the last alphabetically, this is really weird to be a K and be the last one alphabetically. That never happens. My last name was L. I was never like the end of the thing. Tobias, come on up. Tell us who you are, how you're connected, and where you've been and where you're heading.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tobias Kallenberg. I did since yesterday go to Caddo Magnet High School. My parents are Heidi and Gregory Kallenberg. My grandparents are Jeffrey and Sandy Kallenberg, and I will not spend the rest of my time going back with all the relatives I have here because that would take forever. So Sklar's, Phillips's, and all those guys, great guys. I'm going to Brandeis University, and I am going to be studying economics and legal studies, most likely.
How cool. Very, very cool. All right, so having said all that, we have some. Helene, would you like to come up and help us with the presentations for the gifts? Helene is graduating too this year, like we said. So we have presents for her later, but we have gifts for you. So come on up and grab your gifts. You want to hand them a gift? I know, yeah. So, Helene, use your hands like this to, bless them while I'm doing this. It's on the phone. The prayer that I've got for you is on the phone. I need your help with it. Okay, good. Ready? So you can help us with this. You want to pray, bless them with me. May it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, that you guide our children, I'm sorry to call you that, but they're your children, safely on their journeys, and that you lead them on their path in peace. We thank you for bringing us to this holy time of transition in the lives of our young students and our community. Watch over them, O God, and protect them, so that as they move from the loving embrace of family and synagogue to new horizons. We thank you for the opportunity we've had to bestow the blessing of Torah upon all of our students. And as they have found Torah here amongst us, we ask that our children also seek and find Torah and Gemilut Chasadim, the acts of goodness and kindness, out in the world. May they always be diligent students of truth, and may the study of Torah always be sweet as honey on their lips. May they always know life and love. May they always pursue peace and justice, and may they always carry their precious Jewish heritage with pride and dignity. Bruchim atem bivoechem, bruchim atem b'tzeitchem. Blessed are you all when you came into this place, and blessed may you be as you go forth from here. And you may go back and be seated. And I probably should have done that blessing on my other two graduates as well, but that's okay. If you stay here, we're going to call upon you. Can thank you. Mazel tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. I already hugged and hugged. Mazel tov. It was long enough. You could do yours for the college ones, since I blew it and didn't call them up first. Oh, I'm sorry. So now we call up the two students who are here who are graduating college. There are a number more, but they're still finishing up in other places. We have some students who recently finished, but not now. But we're going to call up Ron and Noah and tell us who you are, how you're connected, and where you graduated and where you're going. I guess, Ron, you go first, alphabetically go.
Hey, I'm Ron. You all know me from my mom and grandmother. I guess I'm graduating today, sort of, from LSUS. I'm getting a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science, another Bachelor of Science. That's a double major in Mathematics and Theoretical Physics. And then I'm going to stay there for another year to get a Master's in Computer Science. And then I'll get a haircut or something.
It's life plans.
Yeah.
All right, stay for a second.
I'm Noah Sorky. You also probably know me from my mother, Bethany Sorky, and my father, Alan. I also am graduating from LSUS with just one degree, a bachelor's in computer science, and I'm also planning on going for a master's at the same.
So we have little gifts for you.
Yeah.
We've blessed you in many ways, and you're already blessing us. We're glad that you're here. This is a little token from us that will help you as you're making new decisions in your life. I should have said the gift that the high school students got is one that will help light your way, and this is one which will help you make decisions in life. Now, I need to call it, Mazel Tov, guys. I need to call it Bethany Sorky, the president of the Sisterhood. She has a special presentation she needs to make.
And we probably need Caroline again.
We don't know that yet. She doesn't know that yet. We need Caroline again. Spoiler alert, we need Caroline. Thank you. We should have called Owen to say that first. Tell us again. Say it.
Caroline Ivinsky is going to be receiving this award. And there are several aspects. This plaque stays here at B'nai Zion, and it has been here since 1965 when it was first presented. It awards a graduating high school senior for outstanding service to the Temple Youth Group. In recent years, we also consider other activities of the student in question, but Caroline has been very active in youth group, and I just want to share what I heard from the youth group advisor, Rachel Robichaux. Caroline is always energetic and full of shifty spirit at events and at all other times. Then I got a second message. She's very inclusive of younger youth group members, which is such a special and wonderful thing about you, Caroline. And finally, she kept being like, oh, another thing. Caroline is up for any job you need assistance with, even the non-fun ones. Now that speaks to a person's character. So it really gives me pleasure to tell you and Caroline that she's being honored in this way. And in addition to participating in youth group, Caroline has come to B'nai Zion often, virtually every week during the school year, and taught at the religious school. And I've had the pleasure of seeing her with the kids when we do art, and she really does have a special gift. And speaking of gifts, this is something you get to take home, Caroline.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Bethany. Thank you for making my mom cry.
Yeah. Thank you for making
She's
my
a very
mom cry.
special person.
We're going to put this on display over here for now. And next, Gary, would you come and tell us something about what's going to happen upcoming? So Gary is graduating this week too, but we'll talk about that on Sunday because he's graduating from being our president. This Shabbat is his last Shabbat as president to announce for us, which makes me want to cry. He doesn't look like he's crying, though. I don't understand this. None of these kids are as sad about this transition as we are.
So this is my last time up here.
Ha.
And I will tell you that it's been a pleasure, and it's really been a pretty easy task. And during this time, I've thought about when I was small, growing up in a small community in Mississippi, and going to temple, and the little things that I can remember. A couple different things stand out. First of all, my grandmother had a lot of siblings, and I don't even know how many there were. But she also, my grandmother, had my dad and 3 other boys. And so when we went to temple, and I think we probably went when my mother said, well, you know, we got to take Granny to temple, so we're all going. When we went, we had our rows occupied by my aunts, uncles, so forth and so on. And then there might be my grandmother's sister might have a few other, her family. And at one point, we kind of stayed in our same area. And then one of my grandmother's sisters kind of moved a few rows down. And years later, I asked, well, what happened? And one of my cousins said, well, you remember Granny and Aunt Rose, they had a little dispute, and we were going to hold our ground. They had to move 2 rows up. But it was kind of interesting. And I guess looking back, after one service, and I can't remember how old I was. One of my dad's friends came out to the foyer and congratulated my dad and said, well, congratulations for becoming president. Well, I didn't know who was president or didn't really care. And one of my uncles came up and started poking the guy. His name was Bob, and I'm not going to give you a last name because some of you probably know, and said, well, Bob, your turn's coming up too, and by God, you're going to be president next. And just really started almost walking him down the foyer, punching him in the chest. So I kind of figured that to become president, there were two guys that were going to come threaten you, and that's how you became president. So, but to make a long story short, it was an honor to serve you. I think with the rabbi and the staff here, it's such a simple task, but it does take some effort to keep this thing going. It takes a host of volunteers, and you'll have a great board coming up next. So I'll move on to the announcements. Shabbat Shalom, happy birthday and anniversary, and everyone celebrating birthdays and anniversaries in May, and Mazel Tov to all our graduates. We wish you all well. Thank you, John Ehrenstein, for the lovely Oneg Shabbat tablecloth. The last day of religious school and Aleph Hebrew class will be this Sunday, May 6th. The B'nai Zion annual meeting is this Sunday, May 6th at noon. Please meet in the sanctuary for the congregation picture, and we will take the new congregation picture, thank outgoing officers, and vote for new officers, hear about the state of the congregation, and lunch will be served. Confirmation and Shavuot will be celebrated as part of Shabbat evening service next Friday, May 11th. The service will include Yitzkor memorial prayers. There will also be a Shavuot service Sunday, May 20th at 10 a.m. The Jewish Film Festival begins May 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Robinson Film Center. There will be a documentary about the Jews of Ethiopia. This month, films are free at the Robinson. You can reserve tickets in advance. Donations were made to B'nai Zion or for Pulpit Flowers in loving memory of Irving Greenberg by Tammy Greenberg Dublé, in loving memory of Joseph Phillips by the Kallenberg and Phillips families. And I'll recognize the high school graduates attending tonight one more time: Savannah and Taylor Batt, Caroline Avinsky and Tobias Kallenberg, and the college graduates Ron DeBenedetti and Noah Sarkey.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
We need 4 people to hold up a poll so that the person who's got a birthday in May, I only saw one hand go up. Anybody else with birthdays in May? Okay, good, excellent. All right, so we need 4 people to hold up a chuppah, and we need our birthdays and anniversaries in May to please come up. Yay. God of days and years, author of life, our times are in your hand. We thank you for the blessing of life and for all that enriches our lives. We gather today in special thankfulness to share in the happiness of our friends. Be with them always as the joy of their life. May they be blessed with health and happiness and with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow. May we have the joy of coming together for many more years, united by mutual reverence and love. Then will our lives be filled with abundance of blessing. And we say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheanu, v'kiyamanu, v'higianu, lazman hazeh. Amen. You may be seated. We're going to put up the chuppah. And I need, let's see, Cole, I need you to come up because you are in a transition period as well. Cole and Yale couldn't be here because he's still finishing up school, but Cole and Yale are going to be students here at the Med Center, which is really pretty cool. So, well, yeah, it could be cooler from the outside, but that's what I'm talking about. Remember, we talked about being cool. May the force be with you, sir. Are you graduating? Not yet? All right, so you come with me and we open the ark. Everyone, please turn to page 148 in your prayer book and rise as the ark is open. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And on the facing page we sing, V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. And when the ark is closed, you may be seated. I think it's cool looking in. Mazel tov. We continue on page 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. We include in our prayers today the 12 people we've lost already this year fighting in our military, the 49 police officers that have died already this year, including, in addition, 6 canine officers. 34 firefighters have already lost their lives, including 2 from Louisiana. We are always grateful for those people who run into dangerous situations just to save our lives. May their memories be a blessing. May their families be consoled. May we always be grateful. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We continue on page 153. Life is finite. Like a candle, it burns, it glows, it's radiant with warmth and beauty, and then it fades. Its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our lives are full. But as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down in gutters. There's an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives, we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has taken from us this past month. We remember Flo Selber and Gloria Meyer. And we remember the congregants' parents who died within the past year. We remember Stephen Muslow, Janet Pachter Stewart, and Henry Elaine Dreyfus. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we're observing yortzites this week include Isaac Barron, David Bernstein, B. Blumberg, Harry Fox, Nancy Claire Fox, Sally Friedman, Irving Greenberg, Fanny Chapman Handel, Leonora Groner Kleban, Joseph Phillips, Isaac Reis, Dr. Herta Safir, Reuben Schultz, Stanley Sugar, Rebecca Vedlitz, and Herman Willer. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. The Mourners Kaddish is found on page 154. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shemei rabba mevarach le'alam u'almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha barichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. Unless, if you are under the age of 13, I really need you up here right now because you are our future graduates. Did you notice how many people who are graduating, who are connected to this place, come this way, have like parents and grandparents and other relatives? I mean, it's a group that's very, very, very connected. Come on over to this side, come to this side, come to this side, and come to this side. We got to make this circle. Look at this. This is our future too. Ready? Somebody start to sing. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. All right, everybody grab some. I'll take the thing. Everybody takes. Make sure everybody gets. Did everybody get? Everybody get? Thank you to Bethany for making this wonderful challah. We are all connected. It is one big family. And I hope you come next week also for the confirmation service because we realize the same kind of thing, that everybody in the confirmation class has generations that are connected. Lots of generations on the wall out there. It's an amazing thing to be part of this community. Please rise for the closing benediction. Thank you for being part of this community, for being part of the as Helene always says, and I didn't give her a chance to do the roots and the trees and the leaves, and it's especially important for this year. But please know, wherever you go, this is still home for all of you. For all of you, please know that. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'choneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. So remember that wherever you go, God looks up to you. We are connected, and we pray that God grants you peace. Shabbat shalom. Enjoy our Oneg Shabbat out there.